Right now at noon, a death investigation is underway after 2 bodies are discovered in a Joplin home.
Flood watches are in effect for our area. I'll have a complete look at the forecast.
And the latest scam has thieves taking over victims' online bank accounts. How you can protect your money.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Autopsies are underway for a man and woman found dead in their Joplin home yesterday. This is KOAM News at Noon. I'm Tanya Bach. Topping our first 7 minutes, police investigate the deaths of 2 people found in the East Town neighborhood. Officers discovered the bodies of 24-year-old Savannah Bell and 44-year-old Jason Schaffler while conducting a wellness check at their home at 1403 East Broadway. Police say they're still trying to determine what happened and when. Captain William Davis says he believes this is an isolated case and that there is no threat to the public. KBI identifies human remains found in Wilson County. The body is that of 43-year-old Stephanie Willard from Fredonia. Her remains were discovered by hunters last Thursday in a pasture in an area near Decatur Road south of Coyville. KBI asked anyone who had contact with Willard in the last 3 weeks to call them or the Wilson County Sheriff's Office. Well, the path to Goodman, Missouri is about to get a lot smoother. The city is taking out a $750,000 loan to repave every road in town, not just one section at a time. The mayor says the last time the city received new roads was in the 80s, and it's long overdue. The annual loan payments will come from the city's mass transportation tax. The 6-mile total repaving project starts July 1st. Well, the city of Granby, Missouri wants to make a few improvements as well. On April 4th, residents will decide an $11 million bond to extend and improve the city's waterworks and sewer system. The money would pay for land and rights of way, the cost of operation and maintenance, and interest on the bond. The city says to pay for the bond, it plans to sell other bonds and will be paid back with a rate increase on the city's water.
It's a project that nobody likes to do, but it's essential that if you're going to continue as a city and continue to grow, you have to have an efficient water system.
Well, the mayor says if the bond does not pass, the city will try to fix the system without the money, but he says they're worried it'll increase the bond price in the future. Well, the Tarzan Zerbini Circus is back in town, and we sent meteorologist Sam Lane over to Webb City to find out what's new this year. Hi, Sam.
Thank you very much, Tanya. Yeah, I'm here in Webb City under the big top with the Tarzan Zerbini Circus. And of course, you can see behind me, they're kind of getting ready for the evening's activities. And it looks like the weather's holding up for right now, but that is not going to be the case as we go through the forecast. Let's take a look at radar right now, and you can see that we have some showers developing down in Oklahoma that's moving up towards the north and east, and that is a part of the storm system that's going to be developing and growing as we go through time. And taking a closer in view, you can see those showers now moving into the area just south of Adair, also around Nowata, and then we're watching those showers as they continue to move up towards us. They're going to become heavier as the evening progresses, and as a result of flash flood watches in effect for southwestern Missouri and also Cherokee County and southeast Kansas. That goes until Saturday at 1 a.m. The counties in Oklahoma are under a flood watch until 7 p.m. on Friday, and also Benton County in northwest Arkansas, the same thing. And if we take a look at the rain chances, they're going to be dramatically increasing as we go through the evening hours, and they'll be that way all night, overnight, through most of tomorrow, and then we'll start to see the rain chances decrease as we head towards tomorrow evening. So looking down the lane, we have rain tonight, heavy at times with the flood watch that continues into Friday. Then we have a little bit of a break on Saturday, and then we have more showers coming in late Sunday. So it looks like a wet forecast in place for the entire area. And of course, I'll be back in a few minutes to tell you all about that, as well as the circus when we return.
All right, thanks, Sam. Manhattan grand jury that's deciding whether to indict former President Donald Trump will likely reconvene today, a day after jurors were unexpectedly told not to come in. The investigation stems from allegations that Trump may have falsified records to hide a hush money payment to former adult film star Stormy Daniels. There's also been a major development in another investigation into the former president, the one where he allegedly mishandled classified documents. A federal appeals court has ruled one of his attorneys has to testify. The former president is sharpening his attacks on his main Republican rival, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Despite Trump's legal woes, DeSantis appears to be laying the groundwork for a presidential run. He plans to visit multiple swing states in the next month, and officially it's just part of a book tour. But the Republican governor is already taking some political shots at the former president. That's a look at today's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes. Up next on KOAM News at noon, beware of the latest scam. Criminals who pose as your bank and end up taking over your online account. And later, we're making dreamy flan in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. The latest scam has thieves taking over a victim's online bank account. Christine Lazar spoke with a victim who lost his life savings to scammers.
This man, now serving in the military overseas, asked us not to share his name, but wants to share his story because he was left without a penny to his name. It all started with a phone call from a person posing as a representative of his credit union.
The guy said, there's a suspicious transaction going on at Chicago, and are you currently at Chicago right now?
He wasn't in Chicago. The scammer then told him to verify his identity and knew enough basic information about him to sound credible.
He just got all my name, rank in the military, and also my home address all correctly. And I just believed that guy.
Information likely gleaned from public records. The thieves even spoofed a phone number that looked nearly identical to the credit union's. The thieves convinced the 25-year-old to click a link texted to him and reset his bank password.
Starting at that point, I pretty much got no control of my bank account.
They drained his savings and checking accounts, about $7,000, and even opened up a $6,500 loan in his name. And then the line went dead. Cybersecurity expert Crane Hassold says scammers try to catch victims off guard.
A lot of the scams that are out there are simply trying to get people to not pay attention to what's actually going on, trying to get them to make decisions very quickly.
Thankfully, his credit union investigated and reimbursed him for his loss. Experts say he did everything right by reporting the fraud immediately, so the bank could reverse some of the money transfers. Often people are too embarrassed to report the fraud right away, and that could cost them greatly. Christine Lazar, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Still to come on the KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
The best flan I've ever eaten. If you come back in a few minutes after I finish this, I'll show you how to make it. I promise.
I'm at the Big Top, and I'll have your forecast, including some wet conditions, when we return. Thank you very much, Tanya. I am in Webb City at the Tarzan Zerbini Circus in Webb City under the Big Top, and things are getting pretty active here right now. They're getting set up and practicing and so forth. And I have with me Joseph Bauer, who's the ringmaster.
Hi, how are you?
And fine, how are you today? And tell me exactly what's going on here and how can people participate?
Well, right now we're getting ready. We're in rehearsal. Our show opens tonight at 7:30. So you got to come out. You've got until the 2nd. And tonight the show's at 7:30. Tomorrow 7:30. 3 big shows on Saturday, 2 on Sunday.
Okay.
JoplinCircus.com, or you can buy tickets right at the box office. Fabulous show with all the ingredients of an amazing ensemble.
Animals, the whole?
We've got it all. We've got artists that have been on America's Got Talent. We've got the Globe of Death with 3 motorcycles inside. The original Wheel of Thrills, high wire, acrobats, jugglers. We have a speed juggler that has a Guinness Book World Record. So we're really excited.
So you definitely want to come out and see that, despite the weather conditions. You know, they may be deteriorating later on tonight, but
You won't even know that it's raining out there. It's beautiful, Big Top, plenty of seats available. Come on down.
all right, very good. Well, thank you very much, Joseph. Again, that is the Tarzan Zerbini Circus here in Webb City, and it looks like things are going to be hopping around here pretty soon. They have a crossbow act that we're going to be taking a look at a little bit later. But first, let's talk about the forecast, because it looks like things are going to be going downhill as we head through the afternoon and evening hours, especially into the overnight hours. Right now, radar is showing the rain developing down in Oklahoma. Flood watches in effect for southwestern Missouri and southeastern Kansas, at least for Cherokee County. That goes until Saturday Saturday at 1 a.m., but the watch in Oklahoma and northwest Arkansas goes until Friday at 7 o'clock. This is all part of a storm system that is developing out towards our west, and it's tapping into some moisture from the Pacific Ocean as well as the Gulf of Mexico. So there's tremendous amounts of water available for this storm system to work with. Temperatures right now are quite varied. You can see it's in the 70s in Grove and in Jay, but notice up to the north and west in Yates Center, it's in the 40s. So there's definitely a cold front in the area, and the showers and storms are going to be developing along that cold front and going over the same areas over and over again, and that's why we're concerned about the potential for some flash flooding. When you look at the dew points, it's very moist out there with dew points in the 60s south of the front. North of the front, the dew points have already dropped down into the 30s with drier air. And then if we take a look right now in Joplin on a rangeland cam, you can see cloudy skies, 60 degrees with the north-northwest wind at 12. So the front has made it through to the Joplin airport. Dew point is 54 and the humidity is at 86%. And if we take a look at the conditions in Pittsburgh, cloudy skies, 54 degrees, north-northwest wind at 7, and the dew point is a little bit drier at 52, and the humidity at 94%. All right, the severe weather today is going to be down towards the south in Oklahoma and Texas. There is a risk of severe weather in southwestern Missouri and in parts of our area, but the main threat is going to be the heavy rainfall that we expect. Maybe one or two storms could produce some small hail, but again, the primary threat is the flooding rains, especially as we go into the overnight hours. Here's a look at the forecast for today. Temperatures dropping into the 50s with rain developing along that front. And then as we go through tonight, look at the large area of heavy rain that expands over and behind that front with temperatures in the 40s. Then as we go into tomorrow, the rain still sticks around in the morning hours with temperatures in the 40s pretty much everywhere, 30s up towards the north and west. Looking at the rainfall amounts, you can see they've expanded the area of heavier rainfall a little bit further to the north and west, generally around 1.5 inches across the metro area. 2 inches are going to be possible, especially up towards the north and east and also down towards the south into northwestern Arkansas. So be aware if you're driving around, keep in mind, turn around, don't drown. You don't want to put yourself at risk, nor do you want to put the rescuers that then have to come in and bail you out of the water because you drove off into high water. All right, let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. Today is not only the chance of rain, but we have more rain coming in, obviously, for tomorrow. But then on Sunday evening, we have some showers with a high of 62. And then Monday, more showers in the morning. And then another round of rain as we head into Tuesday. And if we extend that out, looks like Wednesday is going to be dry. This Saturday is going to be dry as well. But then after next Wednesday, rain comes back into the forecast with several chances of showers on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So the main concern is going to be the heavy rains tonight. So again, if you're out driving around, just be aware of that. And of course, we'll have more details on that as the afternoon progresses. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Sam, I have to ask you, what is your favorite part of the circus?
Oh, I think it's probably the animals. I like tigers and maybe the elephant, getting a chance to ride on the elephant. That would be kind of cool. But there's lots of things going on out here and lots to see. So everyone needs to come down and check it out.
All right, the first show's at 7:30 tonight. Thank you so much, Sam. Well, stick around. We're making dreamy flan after the break. Well, today our international food tour takes us south to Latin America, and Howard whips up a dreamy flan in the Mr. Food Test kitchen.
I hope you've been enjoying our week-long celebration of international food favorites. Today, I couldn't be more excited than to share a creamy dessert that's a staple throughout Latin America. Of course, I'm talking about flan. Just saying the word gets my mouth watering. So, what do you say I show you how to make this? To make the caramel topping that flans are known for, we heat some sugar in a skillet, and once it's amber in color, we pour it into a cake pan and swirl it like this. While this sits for a bit, we add a can each of sweetened condensed and evaporated milk into a blender, along with some eggs, vanilla, and a bit of sugar. Then we give it a whirl. Now, this gets poured into our pan that we set inside a roasting pan. We carefully add some water until it's halfway up the sides of the flan pan, and we bake it. The hot water bath ensures that this will cook evenly as it bakes. After this sets and cools, it's ready to flip out onto a rim platter. There you have it, the richest, creamiest, and most amazing flan you've ever tasted. I rarely say this, but if you don't visit our website and get the recipe for our dreamy flan, you'll really be missing out. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a Latin-inspired way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Flan is good. You can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Here's a look at our 4-state market prices.
Well, all right, I'm Sam out here at Webb City with the Tarzan Zerbini Circus, and it looks like we have some activity going on behind us. This is Camilla and Umberto. They are part of the duo Legends, and I'm going to step out of the way, and they're going to show us what they're going to be doing. Drum roll, please. Awesome. They got one more. He's going to shoot one more arrow. And then we're going to take a look at the forecast. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. That's just the kind of fun that you will have down here at the Tarzan Zerbini Circus. So come on down and enjoy it. It's going to be raining later on tonight. In fact, we could see several inches of rain before all is said and done, especially along and south of I-44. And over the next 7 days, we have a chance of rain again tonight and tomorrow, and then again on Sunday evening, and then more rain as we head into the early part of next week. So, Tanya, looks like they're going to have fun down here. You definitely need to come down and check it out.
All right, and I'm surprised that you didn't offer to hold the balloon for him. That would have been fun.
I'm not really surprised at all.
All right, thank you, Sam. What do we have coming up tonight at 5?
Well, a lot at 5. For starters, the CDC says 2 more deaths have been linked to rare bacteria found in eye drops that were voluntarily recalled last month. What you need to know in Health Watch. Plus, Joplin's historian celebrates the city's 150th birthday with a look back at the life of Joplin artist Thomas Hart Benton. And the owner of Ron's Grocery is retiring after 50 years in business in Pittsburgh. Hope you join us for those stories. A lot more, of course. It's coming up on KOAM News at 5.
All right, thank you, Dow. Thanks for joining us for KOAM News at Noon. We'll see you right back here at 5 o'clock.